Memo bibia kwa bansam chiachi bibia enfambra enkasa TV so ebusia for Dennis Miracles Abuaje and Sammy Gyamfi ekoshia Sammy Gyamfi NDC National Democratic Congress Communication Minister ebusia for no mkoshia ano ehie pa na dota Sammy Gyamfi kasa yemu no na aso kasa tia Dr. Mahmoud Baumia or say Dr. Mahmoud Baumia corrupt Dr. Mahmoud Baumia say or can be na Dennis Miracles Abuaje amfana ahobro so kwa say and some no so yes who say Sammy Gyamfi ADD Dr. Mahmoud Baumia atem no ono so aswa and some say and some waka Sammy Gyamfi no enya asem kutu kwa mummy nkuti nsem ne yakoba e babeto so ha enkasa TV ye the update any trending news mkwana this me viewers in here for any day DKL TV message so be subscribe to my channel obe like us adu adwinche ebigu comment section kama.
The new patriotic party introduced National Health Insurance Scheme. The NDC opposed it. The new patriotic party made the National Health Insurance Scheme universal and national. That is without doubt and question.
I'll stop you when your time is up.
Ended. As a matter of fact, I'll read from the 2009 budget statement read by the NDC.
But I just read that.
No, I'll repeat it. Investing in a better Ghana. And this is what the NDC said. Paragraph 731. Madam Speaker, the National Health Insurance Authority introduced a new diagnostic-related groupings and tariffs in April 2008 throughout the country. The new universal ID card, which was to replace the expiring scheme-specific district mutual health insurance scheme cards, began in September 2008. These are not my words. These are the words of the NDC finance minister in parliament in 2009. You see, this gentleman has consistently been lying about so many things in this country. He's done it for so long. He does it without grinching.
So you won't listen when I say don't use such personal attacks.
And then he comes back, has the effrontery to call the vice president of the Republic of Ghana names and call him a liar. And he goes back to his bureau, sits down with his group, and they orchestrate scheming the algorithms online to actually plant and make the vice president of the Republic of Ghana a liar. This is the person. But he sits on TV and lies without even blinking. And he fabricates stories. And I think sometimes he's not speaking to us. I think usually he's speaking to his followers. He speaks to them, they cut videos, put it online, then it excites him. But my job, there's a reason why I'm called the Gen Z's president, is to fact check you. And so let's put it on record. He lied. Completely lied when he said they introduced National Health Insurance Scheme. That is a falsehood. And I've quoted their own budget statement to buttress the point. Now, you don't call the vice president a liar when you have no basis. And then you ask him, what makes the vice president a liar? Then he says he will build Cape Coast Airport he hasn't built. And so he's a liar. I have just showed you 280 promises made by the president of the Republic of Ghana in 2012. John Mahama, His Excellency, that as president he was going to fulfill these things. Out of the 280, he did not do 191 of them. Have you heard us call him a liar? I am very hesitant in calling the former president names because I'm an Ekuapem guy. But I take complete exception from him and his followers by the consistent denigration of the vice president of the Republic without provocation. The former president is here completely failing to fulfill his promises. Doesn't make him a liar. The fact that you make a promise in a manifesto, for whatever reason, the vice president of the Republic of Ghana, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, has never been president. Even him, you call him a liar. What would you call the former president who has all these manifestos to his name and failed to fulfill them? There are three things I know about the vice president.
Your time is up.
He is not a liar. It doesn't matter. I can end it here. I told you I don't need 1 hour. He's not a liar. He's not corrupt. He's not a drunkard. I know these things, three things for a fact. And so I take a complete exception when you call the vice president a liar. It hurts me that you even go ahead to orchestrate. And your joy, you've done an investigation to establish the fact that he, Sammy Gyamfi in particular, with this communications bureau, your investigation showed that they actually did this online. Why would you do that? It's just democracy. Why would you use denigration to make your point. And then in the midst of this, you are even the chief liar. Because you are here lying about NHIA, you are here lying about Dumso. You quote the vice president by saying that on February 7th, he said he was going to train 1 million coders. Okay. When you know for a fact, it doesn't matter, you can cut me. When you know for a fact that it is a lie, right. What the vice president said is this: we will train at least 1 million youth in IT skills. Right. Some said, this gentleman lies, and then after he finishes lying, he has the infantry, the guts, to call the vice president
you have done 5
a liar.
minutes. Thank you. Please remember, we are on the next subject.
Sure.
Persons with disability in this country go to tertiary education for free. We mentioned, you remember we mentioned. We mentioned from the get-go, between former President Mahama and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the one that has consistently been speaking about consolidating the free senior high school and ensuring that it stays is Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. All this while, what former President Mahama has been telling us that he will do is to segment the free senior high school policy. That is what he's been saying. What's changed all of a sudden? How is he all of a sudden saying exactly what Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is?
Has he been talking about a revision or a segmentation?
But he said, at the moment, he's no longer even talking about a revision.
No, I'm asking, has he been talking about a review? Which word?
He spoke about segmentation. There are two things. There are two things. And that is one of the reasons why, even at some point, we were saying that whenever he mentions review, it means cancellation. Because he spoke, he gave instances of what he's going to do before he brought in the word review. He said that he doesn't believe every Ghanaian should pay. That's the first thing he said. Secondly, he said that he doesn't even think that if he has 2 billion cedis, he should put all into free senior high school.
So you still do not believe that the NDC government started free SHS on a gradualist approach? You still don't believe that?
Don't. It's not like I don't believe. They didn't start free senior high school. What is free? Some say, do you pay for something that is free? You are a lawyer. Do you pay for something that is free? Can you tell me any instance in this country until 2017 where any child went to secondary education without paying fees? One. How do you call something that I'm paying for free? So they never introduced anything free, and I'm not surprised you are stuck.
So we are checking.
Okay,
we are checking a few things.
Yeah, check for me.
You say they have copied your what? Your policy for persons with disabilities?
Yes.
What's the proof that it is a copy from you?
Until Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia spoke about persons with disability in this election.
When?
Oh, during our regional tour. I mean, I could check the date, but during our regional tour. So definitely after February 7th. Did you ever hear John Mahama speak about it within this election period?
So you're saying you spoke about it publicly
within
first.
This election period.
We spoke about it
within this election period.
You spoke about it first.
Yes, within this election period.
Okay.
Don't forget. Already there is a pilot rollout of the free tertiary education for the persons with disability. Already. There is, and you can call the PWD associations. Already there's a partial rollout. I went to Kwapman school, so I know a lot when it comes to PWD.
Yeah, so when you are seeking the opportunity to come into government, there will be policies already.
Yes.
And what you do
is
to seek to improve those policies.
Absolutely.
So,
and the guys are preaching research.
No, wait. What is copy?
Copy is when you don't come up with anything creative until you realize that your opponent is speaking about it and you think it's going to be beneficial to you, then you pick it.
Do you have in your manifesto free education, tertiary education for persons with disability?
Yes, it's here. It's in our manifesto. Verbatim.
In your manifesto, how do you say you intend to implement it?
Every person with disability that qualifies to go to tertiary education will be paid for free to pursue their tertiary education in Ghana.
Right. To the extent that someone also has that, it means they copied from you.
But if I prepare this document, or if I stand somewhere and say something, and you say the next day, isn't it that easy for me to settle on the fact that you copied?
They said they will scrap e-levy. You say you will scrap e-levy.
Yeah.
Did you copy from them?
Maybe. It is possible. Why not? It is possible. If you say it before me and I say it afterwards, it is possible.
So you are copying from them?
Yes, it is possible.
Fair enough.
The principle is the same.
What else can you point to?
For example, so upgrade the surface of our football pitches to meet the highest international standard. They pick it. Under sports and sports.